Hey there everyone, Europe is having a party, but half the guests are quietly slipping away. All over the continent people are getting older, fewer babies are being born, and the workforce is shrinking. This is a tricky situation with people. Fewer young folks, more retired people, and soon, not enough workers to keep everything going. Imagine a play where half the actors just disappeared. Who would be left to keep the show running? By 2030, the alarm bells will be ringing. Which European countries will have the hardest time finding enough people? Grab a drink, get comfy, and let's dive into Europe's people problem. Our first stop, Germany, the powerhouse of Europe. But that powerhouse is running out of fuel. Germany has one of the oldest populations in the world. The post-war generation is retiring, but there aren't enough young workers to take their place. Birth rates have been low for decades, creating a huge gap, like a relay race with no one to pass the baton to. By 2030, millions of skilled workers will be missing, threatening Germany's status as an industrial giant. Industries like automotive, manufacturing, and healthcare are already feeling the pinch. The government is rolling out the red carpet for skilled immigrants, but so are other countries. It's a global talent competition, and Germany needs to shine to attract the best. A shrinking workforce means slower growth and more pressure on pensions. The challenge? To remake the economy to run with fewer people. Germany is facing a demographic domino effect, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Will it adapt, or will the engine stall? The countdown to 2030 has begun. Let's see how Germany handles the pressure. Next up, Italy, the land of beauty, art, and towns that are slowly becoming empty. Italy has one of the lowest birth rates in the world, and its people are getting old very fast. Young Italians, facing high unemployment, are leaving to find better opportunities in other countries. What does this mean? Fewer kids, and the young people who are still there are packing their bags. This brain drain creates a bad cycle. Less new ideas, a slow economy, and even more people leaving. The government's plans to get people to stay haven't worked to change this trend yet. Getting workers from other countries is hard. Lots of paperwork and a tough job market have made many people give up. Jobs in farming and caring for the elderly really need people, but filling those spots is a struggle. By 2030, Italy could be much older and emptier, with a growing burden on public money. The real challenge is how to give young Italians a reason to stay and build their future. Italy's fight isn't just for workers, but for hope itself. Can this country light its own fire again? Now let's head to Spain, a country known for its sunshine and amazing food, but it's also facing a shrinking workforce. Spain's birth rate has dropped a lot, and the 2008 crisis pushed a whole generation to leave the country. Many talented Spaniards never came back, leaving a big gap in skilled workers. The tourism and hotel industries really need workers, while the tech and healthcare sectors can't find enough skilled people. Farming depends on workers from other countries to keep our food supply going. Spain's challenges are tricky. They need to convince young people to stay, fix education, and manage immigration. The country's future success is at stake. By 2030, will Spain fill its skills gap or fall even further behind? It's a race against time to connect jobs with talent. Can Spain turn things around and keep its young people at home? The answer will shape the country's future. Let's see if Spain can rise to this challenge. Now to Poland, a post-communist success story now facing a population crisis. Joining the EU kicked off a wave of people leaving, millions left to find better pay abroad. The result? A weaker workforce and villages missing their young people. An aging population and low birth rates are making the problem even worse. Key industries, like construction, logistics, and tech, are struggling to find workers. Poland looked to Ukrainian migrants, but the war has made that solution uncertain. The challenge is keeping their economy growing with fewer people. Can Poland adapt, or will their growth story slow down? The next decade will really test how strong they are. Poland's future depends on finding new ways to fill the gaps. Next up is France, where their famous way of life is facing new problems. France used to be proud of having lots of babies, but that advantage is quickly fading. The generation that had a lot of babies is now retiring, which is putting a strain on pensions and causing a shortage of workers. The difference between regions is very clear. Paris is doing great, but the French countryside is slowly becoming empty. Areas like healthcare, fancy goods, and green technology need skilled workers, but there's a mismatch with what schools are teaching. The protests about retirement age, those are a sign of this population pressure. France needs to change its social system, close the gap between Paris and the other regions, and fill important skill shortages. The cracks are showing. Can France adapt before they spread even wider? The answer will decide its future as a great nation. The clock is ticking for France's next chapter. Now to Greece, where ancient history meets a modern crisis, a shrinking population. The debt crisis sparked a huge exodus of young, educated Greeks. The result is a poorer, older, and less energetic society. The healthcare system is hit hard. Greece trains many doctors, but most leave for better pay abroad. Tourism, the backbone of the economy, struggles to find enough staff each summer. Young Greeks see little future in seasonal, low-paying jobs. By 2030, Greece needs to create stable, high-quality jobs to attract talent back and keep its youth. This isn't just a worker shortage, it's a challenge for survival. Can Greece rebuild hope and reverse the decline? The stakes couldn't be higher for the birthplace of Western civilization. Now, Portugal, a land of explorers, but also of quiet goodbyes. Decades of people leaving and not enough babies being born have made the population older and the countryside empty. Farming and tourism need workers from other countries to keep going. The care industry is struggling as more and more people get older. Even though Lisbon is booming and tourism is way up, the population situation is still very delicate. Portugal's challenge is to turn its popularity into real chances for young people. Can this country keep its young people here and build a strong future? By 2030, the answer will decide if Portugal will do well or fall behind. The country is at a crossroads. Will they grab the chance or let the future slip away? Central Europe, Hungary, where the government is fighting a population war. Big family-friendly policies are meant to boost birth rates, but results have been small. Worker shortages are still a problem, especially in factories. Even though they talk against immigration, Hungary is quietly bringing in foreign workers to fill these gaps. It's a contradiction, trying to grow the local birth rate for the long run, but relying on immigrants for now. Can Hungary keep up this two-sided plan? The answer will shape the country's money matters and politics. By 2030, Hungary's population gamble will be truly tested. Will it work out, or will the problems boil over? Hungary is a good example of these population problems. Next up is the Czech Republic, a booming economy, but one whose job market is feeling the pinch. Super low unemployment means businesses can't find enough workers to grow. Leaning on foreign workers, especially from Ukraine, is now a must. The country's deep ties to German industry mean the shortage spreads across borders. With an aging population, the only choices are more immigration or more automation. The challenge is handling this dependence without causing social or political backlash. By 2030, the Czech Republic must find a lasting way to keep its success story going. Will they adapt, or will growth slow down? The pressure is on to innovate or import to move forward. The next decade will show if they can keep up. Our last stop, Austria, where good times meet big population problems. More old people and fewer babies being born are putting a lot of stress on healthcare and skilled jobs. Not enough young people are choosing hands-on jobs, which means there aren't enough workers for important tasks. Austria needs workers from other countries, but everyone is trying to get the best people. With better pay in other places, Austria isn't as appealing to people looking for work. The country needs to make healthcare and other jobs more attractive to young people and use more robots and machines. Helping foreign workers fit in is still super important. Austria's big challenge is to keep things stable and good for everyone, even with these population changes. By 2030, will Austria change with the times or struggle to keep its special mountain charm? The answer will decide what Austria looks like in the future. So, we've taken a quick look at Europe's population time bomb. An aging population, low birth rates, and young people moving away are causing a worker shortage all over the continent. Each country has its own problems, but the clock is ticking for everyone. The race has begun. Technology, immigration, and bold new rules are the tools we need. Which country do you think will be in the most trouble by 2030? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed exploring Europe's future with us, hit that subscribe button for more. See you next time. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It does not constitute financial, legal, or investment advice.